ending food insecurity in Washington state.
It provides fresh produce for a lot of people.
Starts with you.
What we're most concerned about is access to healthy food.
It's a need that's only grown over the last few years.
We've seen a lot of people who have access to food bank for a first time.
But you can help.
When I first came to the state, I was at the food bank once a week. I had to take all my children with me. I didn't have a car.
Help feed families.
It was making me feel like a failure as a mother to not be able to feed my baby.
Feed students.
Every student is affected by this. Food insecurity looks different for everyone.
Help give Washingtonians the peace of mind of having food on the table.
And the less pressure you can take off of where people are going to find their next meal, the more they can focus on the things that really matter.
And help us.
Every donation, big and small, makes a difference.
Raise 21 million meals.
Thank you for joining us for our 22nd annual Home Team Harvest Special. I'm Mimi Jung.
And I'm Jake Whittenberg. So glad to have you in here on a Saturday morning as we team up with Northwest Harvest again to feed Washingtonians in need. It's a mission King 5 is proud to be a part of.
And this year we're hoping to raise 21 million meals. You can help us do that to support our mission that we've had for the past 22 years. Home Team is spread out all across Western Washington this morning. We've got crews in Spanaway, Snohomish, and Seattle.
Look at all the yellow on your screen as you wake up this morning. We are accepting non-perishable food items and donations as always, with crews fanned out across the region. Lumen Field is the drop-off location this year. Our crews will be there until 1 o'clock today. Here's a look at where crews are set up this morning. The North Gate parking lot at Lumen. If you can't get there, maybe there's too much snow in your neighborhood this morning, that's okay. You can donate from the comfort of your own home this morning. Snap that QR code on your screen at any time. You can also go to king5.com/hometeamharvest or text the word home team, just one word, to 41444.
We start with our crew at Northwest Harvest Soto Community Market in Seattle.
Amity Adrisi, Mike Everett, and Team Evening's Jim Dever join us live this morning. Good morning, you three.
Hey, good morning to you. That's right, we are at Soto Community Market, which is at 4th and Holgate right here in Soto. Such an important place to be. And Mike, look at this. He even brought stuff.
It is the season of giving. It's my favorite part of it.
That's awesome, and it's such a great day for giving. The weather is beautiful.
Well, so I had to make a couple calls and pull a couple strings, but we got it done. I mean, last night that system rolled through, and it was looking pretty grim there, but now we got some beautiful blue skies. Streets are great. Should be able to get out if you want to come down and make a donation.
That's awesome. No reason to stay home today. Be like Mike. Bring your donations.
Be like Mike.
Down to any of the locations we're telling you about today. Lumen Field is going to be quite a party. Right now, we're going to talk to somebody who's very important around here. This is the CEO of Northwest Harvest, Thomas Reynolds. And Thomas, the place we are in right now feels like a typical friendly neighborhood grocery store, but there's a big difference, right?
That's right. The Soto Community Market is a free grocery store. You come in here, you get produce, you get rice, you get proteins, everything you need. Even if you don't have a kitchen, the only difference is when you check out, you don't have to pay.
And you've got some seasonal foods here. I see we've got lots of pumpkins.
We've got pumpkins, potatoes are very popular, onions are very popular. Over here we have rice, that's the #1 most popular item in this market. And then at checkout we also have diapers in case you've got kids and need to take care of that as well.
One great thing about Northwest Harvest is that you do culturally appropriate foods whenever possible. And you were telling me earlier that the pumpkins, the seeds are actually a favorite of one group of people at least.
That's right. The Croatian community really loves the pumpkin seeds. They roast them, put salt on them. It's a great snack throughout the year.
Well, that's awesome. I want to look around. Maybe I'll juggle a few potatoes later on in the show. But I love this concept. It doesn't just give people food, it gives them dignity as well, right?
Well, and that's right. And I was thinking about a Home Team Harvest a couple years ago. A woman came by with a bag, and in the bag had a stew and a soup. And she said, a couple years ago, I needed food from Home Team Harvest. This year I can give back. That's the spirit of the community that we live in.
We love that so much. Thank you so much, Thomas. We're going to have more facts and figures for you coming up next. But for now, we are going to send it on back to you in the studio.
There's the juggling.
The juggling's already begun.
Already? I was just going to say, it's not a Home Team Harvest special without someone juggling. Thank you, guys. Let's head down south to Spanaway now, where meteorologist Rich Marriott and traffic anchor Shantae Sumter are at Feeding Feasible Feast. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Mimi and Jake. We are happy to be here with Angel Swanson, the founder of Feeding Feasible Feast. We're here in front of one of her food hubs, one of many food hubs. Angel, can you speak a little bit about the work that you all are doing here, not only in Pierce County, but throughout our area?
Well, our goal is to try to address food insecurity as it is right now, right? These are Band-Aids, but they're helpful. They're very helpful. So the food hubs are just one of our programs, and it's our most successful program and the most innovative program that we run.
And what's your experience been with this so far? I mean, we were talking earlier about there, you had some concerns about maybe people vandalizing, et cetera, but it's been, I guess, a pretty good experience at this point.
Yes, it's been extremely positive. We really honestly believe that we actually travel with a hazmat kit and extra paint. We have not experienced anything like that with any of our units. It's been very positive.
Go ahead.
You know, Angel, we always talk about dignity when we speak about food banks and things such as the food hub that you're doing here. And it was amazing to see that when we got here this morning, it was empty. Now it's full again. How's that process been?
Well, it's a little time consuming, but it's wonderful because when people come out and they're able to access this food 24/7 without any oversight, they can just take what they need and come back when they need again. We find that people, I think it kind of soothes the soul a little bit, right? To know that the food is there when I need it, and they don't overtake, right? They just take what they need and come back later.
And do you expect to, how many of these do you have, and do you expect to expand it?
We do expect to expand it. We are actually in talks with the state on getting some funding to put some more up, especially in this area. This area is in desperate need.
You know, Angel, we have worked with you before in the past. Really quickly, can you talk a little bit about your story and why this is such a method that really tugs at your heart?
Well, yes. As a child, I grew up in Chicago. And in our neighborhood, free lunch and things like that, I'm old, so it wasn't available. And so I was walking home every day from school. And my friends would stay, they had lunch packed. I walked home every day, and for about a year I ate rice every day for lunch. Then moved here and experienced food insecurity again, and that I couldn't find work to help support the family. And experiencing the filling out of the forms and the tracking methods that food banks were using then was a little heartbreaking. So growing up and seeing this again and working with this again as an adult and retired, I thought, well, you know, we can do something about this that's a little bit more dignified for people.
This is really, it's an amazing program here, and it's supported in part by Northwest Harvest, and part of what we're doing today, trying to raise a good chunk of those 21 million meals, which are our goal this year. So beautiful day in Spanaway. The collection site's at Lumen Field, but if you want to drop by and say hi, you can. We're right across the street from a Starbucks.
Yeah, and Jake and Mimi, we already had one person come by this morning to donate in person, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's not an official donation site, but if you want to stop by and say hi to Shantae and Rich down there in Pierce County, they're there.
They're friendly. Right. We can vouch for them. They're pretty nice people.
Thank you guys. Food banks are feeling the impact of surging food prices, supply chain issues, and products being discontinued. Every Thursday, El Centro de la Raza in Seattle gets ready to distribute food. At the beginning of the year, it would serve 100 people a day. Now, it's anywhere from 200 to 400 a day. Inflation is driving more people to food banks.
As food prices continue to go up, as gas continues to go up, we've seen a lot of people who have access to food bank for a first time, who've never gone there before because they've never experienced food insecurity.
Other challenges for food banks, a shortage of fresh produce and items being discontinued. We can all relate to paying more at the grocery store this year. The need for food is so high right now, in part because the cost of nearly everything has gotten so expensive. Jake, you've got to look at some of the numbers in terms of the prices of food right now,
it's
right?
It's incredible. As you said, I mean, you go to the grocery store, you look at your receipt, you're going, what
Sticker
is
shock.
going on?
Yeah.
Sticker shock in just about every single sector. Take a look at this over here. I did some research, Mimi, on some of the prices. The USDA, the feds, according to their latest report, show food costs from 2020 pre-pandemic through next year are reaching exorbitantly high numbers. Dairy up almost 6%. Also, same thing when it comes to cereal. You buy your kids some breakfast cereal. You saw the price there, up 8% since 2020. Another big part of the bill, fruits and vegetables. You want to get that nice healthy protein. You want to get the produce, 10.4% in cost up since 2020. And forget about it. With meat, poultry, and fish, no doubt you felt this if you've bought food for your family. The cost up almost 13%. Pre-pandemic through next year, Mimi. That just keeps going on and on, the costs. It's really impressive.
And there is a way, that's why we do this, to help offset the cost for food for a family in need. You can visit king5.com/HomeTeamHarvest to donate, or just text the word Home Team, all one word, to 41444. It's really easy. We've also got a QR code there on the left side of your screen. You can take your phone like you're taking a picture, snap that QR code, and it'll take you to a link where you can donate. You could also visit our King 5 crews at Lumen Field in Seattle right now. They're collecting donations until 1 p.m.
And they're having a great time. Let's get down to Greg, Joyce, and Shelly Hart live this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, you guys. Of all the mornings, all the years we've done this, this is one of the nicest days that I can remember.
It's amazing.
A little chilly. The sun is gorgeous. It's great to have you out here, Shelly.
Oh, thank you. Hi. It's a beautiful day to pay it forward and to swing by and see us here and make a donation. King 5's Home Team Harvest, you know, this isn't just a day thing. It isn't just a holiday thing. This is the day that we gather food for the entire year.
For the entire state.
For the entire state.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's just show you some of the generosity. Let's move this way, shall we? Look at this Fisher truck full of, yes, our favorites, scones. And Angie's in this truck, so just follow me.
Scones. I think Joyce is looking for the scones. This is so great. Come on over here. You've got to see what they've donated here. Our friends at Fisher.
Okay, so you guys brought this truck full of scone mix.
Oh, yeah.
But it's because this is an important event, isn't it? Why?
Yes, to help the community. Yeah. That's what giving back to the community.
And so if you were going to tell somebody that's sitting at home that's thinking about coming on down to Lumen Field, the reason would be
to give back to the community.
Exactly. Thanks for all your generosity. Your whole crew is out here. Yeah. So, you know, listen, look at these tubs that they have filled up completely.
This is tubs of Fisher scones, you know, and it's so important that you take part in this and pay just a little bit of it forward. And they can't make it here today. There's always Safeway and Albertsons and those gift cards, $5, $10, or $12. Of course, you can always text the word Home Team, one word, to 41444. But
there's a QR code also that you see on your screen, and you can also just take a picture of that and come to Lumen Field. Tell them where we are.
If you can get down here, that might be the trickiest part. There's a lot of construction out front, but if you come down the north end of Lumen Field, a huge parking lot that you park in for all the games, even if you come down Occidental and you swing around on King and come in, huge parking lot. It's not that packed right now. We've got the Fisher Stone and Pacific Nautiques is out. Like this is their 22nd year. They're still unloading the boats, so they pack every compartment.
You can't miss the dozens of yellow jackets that are here. You can't miss Shelly.
You can't miss the red dress. And you know, for all the 12s, you know exactly where we are today. So we'd love to see all the 12s here showing up.
Thanks for your generosity in advance. Come on down. We'll be here most of the afternoon.
Or follow the smell of the scone.
Right, yeah, very distinctive smell.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks, you guys. Keep it going. Yeah, go check them out. Go say hi. All right, we also want to get live up to Snohomish this morning. Madison and Leah, it's their first Northwest Harvest. Good morning, you two.
Yeah, we are live in Snohomish right now. People here, volunteers, hard at work stacking shelves, a place that's been a staple for decades in this community. And we know there's so many people here that this place helps up here in Snohomish. So coming up, we're going to talk to the executive director about the need here in this community and also the need for certain items that are really important this time of year. We'll have that coming up.
King 5's Home Team Harvest is sponsored by Home Street Bank.
Home Team Harvest is Washington's largest annual food drive, and all of us at Home Street Bank are proud to be a part of it. Home Team Harvest's goal this year is to raise 21 million meals. Donation boxes like this one are available in all 30 of our Washington State Home Street Bank branches. Today we live in a relatively rich community when you think about the resources we have. We have very successful businesses, we have great opportunities to be successful. But not everyone in our community is enjoying the same level of success. And it's important that we recognize that and give back to helping those individuals less fortunate than we are. Today in Washington, 1 in 12 households struggle with hunger, many of which include young children. Here at Home Street, being a good corporate citizen and supporting the basic needs of our communities is at the heart of who we are as a community bank. Please help us and do your part by bringing non-perishable food items to one of our branches. And while you're here, please take a few minutes to meet one of our friendly bankers.
You're watching our Home Team Harvest special. Our King 5 crews, decked in the yellow jackets, are all around the sound this morning. Let's get it over to Snohomish with King 5's Madison Wade and Leah Pizzetti.
Ladies, you have a lot of people there trying to help out. This is one of those great Northwest communities in Snohomish. And your first Home Team Harvest, how's it feel so far?
Oh, we are so happy to be here. This is our first Home Team Harvest. As a crew, we're so happy to join you all. And it's my first one growing up in Seattle. I used to watch Home Team Harvest as a child, and it's really surreal to now be doing this.
I love this.
As part of King 5. And we're here at the Snohomish Community Food Bank this morning. It's busy here. Volunteers are everywhere. And we also are going to be talking to the executive director coming up.
Yeah, actually, this is so cool. I think one of my favorite fun facts about this facility is there are volunteers here right now. They're high school students. They're hard at work stacking shelves. They're actually here every Saturday to get their volunteer hours, do some good. So yeah, people are here hard at work, stacking some really important things. And we asked, what is the most important thing? What do they need right now? And there's a lot, and we've got some displays right here. So let's see, the big takeaways, if you're thinking of donating, we want hearty food. It's cold outside.
Yeah, warm food as well. So the stews, the soups, some of these ravioli meals here, and then peanut butter, jam as well, because we know there's a lot of bread items that this community food bank gives out too. So that's
and
a great
healthy.
combo.
We want healthy food too. So if there's canned fruits and vegetables, those are amazing things to donate as well. So yeah, anything you see right here, these are all the good donation items.
And this morning we've already had one person come in and donate. This is not an active food bank at the moment asking for donations today as part of Home Team Harvest, but we know that there are 2 days during the week that this home team, this community food bank is giving out food.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Fridays, people can come here, get some food. So important. And yeah, we're so excited to talk to the executive director here, Elizabeth, later on, and she'll tell us a little bit more about this specific area and the need here.
For Snohomish, we'll send it back to you.
Madison and Leah, thank you. We know donations are really important. People love being able to donate that way, but honestly, monetary donations can go even further because Northwest Harvest has the ability to stretch your dollar, which is really, really important. So scan that QR code on your screen right now. If you're sitting at home, it's snowy outside, you don't want to go out and necessarily donate in person, but if you do, you can go to Lumen Field until 1 p.m. today. You can bring your non-perishable food items and use the parking lot near the North Gate to drop off. So only takes a few seconds to scan that QR code, but if you want to show up and say hi to our crews, you can do that as well.
DoorDash and no fee. All righty then, sign me up.
Still ahead on your Home Team Harvest special, the largest food bank delivery service in the nation is now in King County. How you can skip the long lines for fresh food thanks to a partnership with DoorDash. Also back to Lumen Field, where you can turn in those donations in person today. It wouldn't be the Pacific Northwest, right, without a boat, literally a boat, load full of food showing up to drop off to support the cause today. Love seeing that on this gorgeous Saturday morning. They'll be there till 1 o'clock at the North Gate. Stay with us. Welcome back in this morning with our 22nd annual Home Team Harvest. We're collecting donations at Lumen Field this morning.
Steve Solis, Natalie Swaby are out there this morning. We've got Blitz, we've got a boat, we've got scones. I mean, what don't you have out there this morning?
Oh, I'll tell you what we don't have is a lot of people at home who are right now thinking, should I go down there? I don't know. It's a little slushy. It's a little wet. You're fine. Just, you know what, put it in four-wheel drive, get out of your neighborhood, come down and see us. We're here at Lumen Field, and it looks like, Natalie, there are a lot of cars, a lot of really cool cars coming in right now.
Very cool cars and a very special guest. We need to move in a little closer so you can see here. We've got people coming in right now as we speak in these awesome cars, bringing more donations. And, you know, really, it's so important because we know 1 in 12 families in Washington State struggle with hunger, and these people right here are making a difference by donating today. It's so awesome out here.
Right, and so we have a bunch of people who are showing up here to Lumen Field. This is our only public drop-off spot on this Saturday. But if you're at home and you're thinking, yeah, the weather's been too much, I don't want to leave my house, maybe it's too cold, maybe you have kids, maybe you're like me and you're like, it takes so much to load up the kids and get them in the car and take them. No, look, all you have to do, if you're at home, you can go to king5.com/HomeTeamHarvest. You can text the words Home Team to 41444, or you can, take a picture of that QR code that keeps popping it up on your screen. You can do that through the end of the year. You don't have to do it today, but just think about the lives that you're changing anytime you donate, because it's not just, of course, making sure people eat, but you're also creating moments. You know, anytime you eat, anytime I eat, there are memories that are made with my family. And so hopefully you realize you're also doing that too. You're bringing some joy to someone's home.
You know, we're also taking donations here, and those funds are going to go to 400 food banks across the state. So this is really an effort that helps people across Washington state, and we're really working as a community to end hunger. That's what this is all about.
Right. So if you can, come on down to Lumen Field, drop off some food. If you can't, you have until the end of the year to donate. We're going to reach that 21 million meal mark, and it's because of you giving, and we appreciate all that you're doing, and we're going to send it back to you guys in that warm studio.
Thanks, you guys. What a beautiful day to be out there.
It is. No excuse, like you heard Steve say. You too can help donate toward our goal of 21 million meals. Just visit king5.com/HomeTeamHarvest right now, or you can text the word Home Team, all one word, to 41444. There's also that QR code as a reminder that you can snap at any time throughout our show today to be able to get a link to donate.
This is one of those statistics that gets me every year. Maybe 1 in 6 Washington kids live in a household that has challenges putting food on the table. It's amazing when you frame it up like that. 1 in 12 Washingtonians in general, 1 in 6 kids, you know, are facing this food insecurity. It shouldn't be that way.
And we know what kind of impact it has on kids who show up to school, who are hungry, they don't learn as well, they don't pay attention as well. So obviously all this money goes towards being able to feed kids and families as well.
That's what we're doing this morning, the 22nd annual Home Team Harvest. Good Saturday morning, and a special delivery from the food bank to those who need it, right to their front door. How DoorDash is helping deliver more than just takeout.
We're talking about the most vulnerable people in your family.
And feeding the most vulnerable in our community amid shortages and rising food prices, how infants are being impacted and how you can help families feed their kids.
Good morning, I'm Greg Coppola alongside Joyce Taylor. We're down at Lumen Field today for the Home Team Harvest event. Coming up for you in just a couple of minutes, we have a special surprise, an interview with somebody who's in charge of a lot of this, Sarah Osborne with Safeway.
Yeah, she's the one that makes it happen. When you go into your Safeway store, your Albertson stores, and you see the big bins where you're donating food, she can tell you how you can donate at Safeway or how you can get a special card to really make your dollars go far. So that's coming up just after the break.
King 5's Home Team Harvest is sponsored by Safeway and Albertsons.
And it is 10:30. Welcome back to our Home Team Harvest Special. So glad to have you in this morning. From Snohomish to King and Pierce counties, our crews are fanned out across the region to highlight food insecurity in Western Washington and help families in need. It's our 22nd annual Home Team Harvest as we partner with Northwest Harvest to help these families.
And for the first time in 3 years, you can bring cans and other non-perishable foods to an in-person drop-off location at Lumen Field. Here's a live look this morning right behind us where cars are pulling up to drop off their donations. We've seen donations from car collectors, even a boatload of food.
You know you're in the Northwest when boats show up to drop off donations. If you want to get out there, you can do so. Get to the North Gate parking lot of Lumen Field until 1 o'clock today. There's a lot of fun stuff to see and a lot of great people to meet. If you can't make it, that's okay. We know there's snow outside this morning. It looks treacherous. You can go to king5.com/HomeTeamHarvest or text the word Home Team to 41444. There's also that QR code right there on your screen. We'll keep it up on the screen all throughout the morning. Just click that and it will show you how to give. You can also visit your local Safeway or Albertsons to donate.
They are one of our sponsors, and they're joining King 5's Joyce Taylor and Greg Copeland right now out at Lumen Field. Good morning to you both.
Hi. Well, good morning. Guess who we have here with us right now? It's Sarah Osborne. She's the Director of External Affairs for Safeway. Did I get that right? Yes. Finally. Tell us a little bit about what you do and how integral you are in making this program work.
So we are a strong partner with Northwest Harvest, and essentially we've changed just a food drive into a grocery card drive, which really allows us to help many more people.
Talk about the specifics of that, and and I asked you about this, the 5, the 10, and the 12, and the association with the Seahawks and the 12th man, but that's actually not the origin.
No, but first I'll go back to the card. So the reason that they're so helpful is because it allows us to expand outside of a network of food pantries to schools, to health clinics, to senior centers. So they could really identify people who are struggling with food insecurity who might not be presenting themselves at a food bank. And that's thousands upon thousands of people in this state, so we can reach more people. In addition, even if you are going to a food bank, you typically get the staples there. So when the food pantries are giving out the cards, then you could go to the store and supplement with important things like dairy, fresh protein, more produce, diapers, basically anything that we sell.
And when you talk about using a card, part of it's just dignity. A lot of people are too embarrassed or too shy or don't want anyone to know that they're struggling with food insecurity, and so the card allows them to just go to the grocery store and use it like a grocery card.
Exactly. They could shop just like their neighbors, and they have dignity of choice. So, right, they can shop according to their dietary restrictions, their cultural preferences, and really even like provide a nice holiday meal for their family just like everybody else. So it really provides them that dignity of choice, which is just as important as the food.
And it's important to your company to be part of this statewide effort. For what reason?
We want to provide food, nutritious food, to everybody in our state, everybody in our country, and this just gives everybody the access to be able to get food at our stores. So that is our goal in participating in this.
How tough has it been with the economy? I mean, it's been, we know it's been tough on a lot of people, but the people who rely on those donations, I mean, are they struggling more than you have seen in a long time?
They are, and we don't think it's as known as it was during the pandemic. We knew that people were struggling and there was a lot of donations coming and people wanting to help. But right now, people seem to be struggling more in silence. There's a lot of people facing food insecurity that we never know. So that's why it's so important to have partners like schools, clinics, senior centers, because they're really close to those that they serve and they understand if they're having a hard time getting meals on the table.
Well, Sarah, thank you. You've made it so easy for people to do at their neighborhood stores. That's where you can donate.
Blitz.
You can use the QR code. You can also text Home Team, one word, to 41444. Sarah Osborne, thank you so much for being here today. We really, really appreciate it. We really do. And all of you who've come down already, we appreciate you too. Back to you.
Love it. You send Blitz out on a mission and he comes back with a semi-truck full of food. We got to get him out there every year. That's great.
It's
Thanks,
rounding
you
up donations. Last year during our Home Team Harvest special, we told you about Safeway's food delivery program. It was just a pilot program at the time, but now it is fully up and running. It's all thanks to the new micro-fulfillment center at Safeway's store at Rainier Avenue in Seattle. That's where food is collected before it's delivered to homes across Western Washington. For many, it's not just a matter of convenience, but it's living where food isn't easily available or lacking safe transport.
We're able to become more efficient, more productive, and give customers a more accurate order through our micro-fulfillment center for the product that stays in here.
The pandemic saw a spike in demand for delivery services.
King County now has the largest food bank delivery service in the nation. It's part of a nationwide program called Project Dash. Locally, it's called United Way Home Grocery Delivery, DoorDash, functioning as an easy way to connect low-income homes to food assistance. It eliminates that often lengthy line at the local food banks that we've seen. For this mother of 5 and grandmother of 10 living on a fixed income, she says getting it straight to her door is a godsend.
When I found out that they delivered, and I says, is there a fee for that? And they said no, and I'm like, DoorDash and no fee. All righty then, sign me up.
Project Dash partnered with United Way of King County in July of 2020. In August, the partnership reached a major milestone, surpassing 400,000 deliveries to families in our area. That's incredible. What a great partnership.
We are all around the sound this morning for Home Team Harvest. Let's get back to Snohomish County with King 5's Madison Wade and Leah Pizzetti at the Snohomish Food Bank. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, we're at the Snohomish Food Bank right now, and this is truly an important place up here in Snohomish. Right now, I love this. There are volunteers here. They're here every Saturday morning, and it's high school volunteers. They're stacking shelves. It's such a cool thing to be here this morning.
Yeah, getting ready for the next distribution day up here at the Snohomish Community Food Bank. It's a busy morning, lots of great energy here. We're all really happy to be here this morning.
And we want to bring in Elizabeth Durand. She's the executive director here.
Come on in.
Cozy on up. Good morning.
Thank you for having us. First and foremost.
Thank you for being here.
We're really happy to be part of this. We want to know, what's the biggest need right now for Snohomish?
For us, we're looking for comfort foods to get us through the winter. Soups, stews, canned pasta, pasta sauce. And I really look forward to getting healthy foods, healthy cereals, things that were really good for our families, especially families with children.
That's so true. And you were just telling us a moment ago, there's some true history here. Yeah. We've been here for decades.
Yes.
And you said World War II?
Yes, actually the Snohomish Community Food Bank was established right after the war, moved around the community, churches, at the airfields, at a farm, and yet we came here in 1986 and have been established in this building ever since.
Wow.
Amazing.
And this is one of how many in
20
Snohomish?
food banks in Snohomish County, all belong to a Snohomish County Food Bank Coalition, all doing the good work, all feeding our friends and neighbors.
That's amazing. So there's a big need up in this area too, in the northern part of our Western Washington community. So the people that come in here, you're seeing all walks of life too.
All walks of life. It's just hard to really know what the need is for some families. Some people could be making an amazing income and yet they're feeding or serving or helping families that are family members that might have medical bills or assisted care living. So really it's none of our business why people come here. We're just here to serve people who do.
Well, thank you for serving and for doing what you do. Yeah, such an important place out here. We'll send it back to you.
Thank you very much. It's good to know which specific donations they really need and want there at Snohomish Food Bank. You can help us reach 21 million meals by donating right from the comfort of your home.
Yeah, we know. I looked out my door today, saw the snow. You know, it looks tough to get out of the neighborhood. It may be. You can do so giving right there in your PJs this morning. Bird Bar Place as well in Seattle. It's one of several organizations that Safeway is partnering with to give $50 gift cards. Those cards give people from all walks of life purchasing power they never had before.
We have quite a few clients, in fact, who are cancer patients who have very different tastes or dietary needs where we may not be able to provide for that. We see our elderly seniors who are African Americans who are used to a specific type of food that we don't always carry, that the gift cards come in handy.
Those gift cards are also making a huge difference for families struggling to feed their youngest. Nearly 9 months after the nation's infant formula crisis began, the impact is still being felt by families here in Washington. The Director of Public Policy and Advocacy for Northwest Harvest, Christina Wong, says families may be forced to look at several stores to find formula, which takes a toll on on families' gasoline budgets. To help, Home Team Harvest has been able to fund Safeway gift cards, which can be used as cash to offset transportation costs.
Mothers who needed specific formulas because of their baby's dietary needs, driving as far as 15, 20 miles one way to get to a store.
According to Northwest Harvest, 1 in 6 Washington kids lives in a home dealing with food insecurity.
Your donations go a long way today to help Northwest Harvest fund those grocery cards for families that need them. Go to king5.com/HomeTeamHarvest this morning or simply text the word Home Team, just one word, to 41444 to donate. There's also that QR code on your screen. Snap that, and we'll send you a link and how to donate.
Every dollar counts, and 21 million meals for King 5 is a ton, but we're trying to do our part to chip away at that.
Still ahead, what's driving one local couple's desire to help raise money for Home Team Harvest.
Good morning.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Mike Everett. We are here live in SoDo. Now, you could be at Lumen Field hanging out with the big celebrities like Greg Copeland and Joyce Taylor, but here in SoDo, we get the real work done.
Yeah, this place is an innovative concept in providing food and dignity to people in need.
And you all can help join our King 5 family today and stick around because coming up next, we're going to tell you what goes on down here.
And as we head the break this morning, we want to say a huge thank you to MashedPotatoes.org and FC Bloxham Company for donating 40,000 pounds of potatoes to Northwest Harvest. What a great gift. This is their 18th year of bringing those huge load of spuds. And we just got a big donation from Albert Lee, $25,000. Isn't that incredible? Thanks for waking up with us on this Home Team Harvest special. Stay with us on your Saturday morning.
Welcome back. 1 in 12 Washington households struggle with hunger. Northwest Harvest works to change that by providing free food to those in need.
Inside its SoDo Community Market, you won't see cans on shelves only. Farmers from across the state have delivered fresh fruits and vegetables, all picked by hand. Here to talk more about this and Northwest Harvest's mission is King 5's Amity Idrisi, Mike Everett, and Team Evening's Jim Dever live at the SoDo Community Market. Good morning, Amity.
Good morning to both of you. You know, everyone's busy here working, but I wanted to show you something really quickly. We are in the back room now of the SoDo Community Market where everything is brought in before it is brought out onto the shelves. And check this out. All this peanut butter here, you can see, it seems like a lot, but they need more. This is one of the most important things that you can donate to any food bank. And here is Mike with Thomas Reynolds.
Hi, Thomas. Come on in. So, Thomas is the CEO of Northwest Harvest. And
let me help you with that.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
Jim,
Oh, so much
Jim's
work.
he's very
so
busy.
much work is getting done here. So the big thing this year is that, you know, the pandemic's, you know, we're on the downward side of it. It kind of seems like things are improving, but my understanding is that the need has never been greater. Tell us a little bit more about that.
That's right. This has probably been the most difficult year for Northwest Harvest in terms of seeking and securing food. Our inventory is down 80%.
Wow.
It's because there's more people who are food insecure this year. Inflation is taking it out of households.
Yeah.
And then also there's less food because of conflict and climate change. So there's less resources at a time with more people in need. That's why Home Team Harvest is so important.
And that's one of the things that I notice. I'm looking around here. I'm encouraged by the food that I'm seeing, but I'm also seeing that there's quite a few empty shelves here. We really do need to fill these up.
That's exactly right. And this is a wonderful time to do it. And when people provide things like canned goods that are shelf stable, we actually distribute those in December, January, February, March. It's a really important time right now to stock the shelves for the future months.
And I'm sorry, I have to say, you know, watching Jim over here working so hard.
Wow.
How important is it for you to have volunteers as well?
Well, Jim is demonstrating how important it is to have qualified volunteers.
Qualified.
Everyone who wants to help is welcome. You can go to Northwest Harvest website and sign up to volunteer. We might even give Jim a shot too.
I don't know, you might want to think twice about that. Thank you so much, Thomas. Jim, good work, my friend.
Medic!
Thank
and
you.
Do you have anything else to say to the folks out there about donating today?
Yeah, just call 911. I think it hurt my knee.
We got it. L&I complaints, no problem.
Or go to king5.com/Home Team Harvest and make a donation today.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
And we're
Hope
also
his back
raising
is
money for
okay.
Jim's clavicle and his lower back, too, after that spill.
I mean, he'll be fine.
Thank you.
Thanks, you guys. Great work. Thank you, Thomas.
Let's get back to our crews out in Lumen Field. Steve Solis, Natalie Swaby, and a very special, very young guest this morning as well. What's up, guys?
Yeah, some very special guests here. We have Donnie Stevenson, Vice Chair of the Muckleshoot Tribe, and his wonderful family join us. Thanks for being out today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us. It's wonderful to be here.
You came here today because you wanted to be able to give a donation. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the tribe has pledged and will donate $50,000 to Northwest Harvest this morning. All about community and people and providing for one another and our neighbors. Our traditional belief in terms of what wealth translates to in our traditional understanding is it's not defined by what you're able to accumulate and what you're able to sort of stockpile for yourselves. It's all about what you're able to provide for others. And so in that way, we're upholding our traditional beliefs and values.
Well, on behalf of Northwest Harvest and everybody involved in today, and making sure that food gets on the table of so many Washingtonians, thank you so much for that donation. It's massive.
Yeah, it's absolutely an honor to be able to be so blessed to be in the position to be able to contribute and provide for our communities and neighbors in this way, and it's really meaningful for us to be able to do so. Our hands are raised to the good work, the Hautsayayus that's being done today. It's just a pleasure to be here and be a part of.
Thank you so much for that donation. Donations like that help support 400 food banks and pantries across our state, and it means so much to families. So thank you.
Yeah, and if you're at home and you're thinking that you can't get down here today to donate, you want to donate, you can do it till the end of the month. Again, you go to king5.com/Home Team Harvest, text the word Home Team, all one word, 41444. Also, there's going to be a QR code on your screen throughout the month. Take a picture of it whenever it's up. It's the fastest, easiest way to do it. Thank you again to the Muckleshoot Tribe, and thank you again for coming out and braving this cold temperatures.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you.
I'll send it back to you guys.
Huge thanks to the Muckleshoot Tribe for sure.
All of our tribes are so incredible with local nonprofits. We're so lucky.
This is King 5's 22nd year of Home Team Harvest.
One member of our team has been to every single one of them, basically every single one of them. One of our very own Northwest treasures, Rich Marriott, along with our Shantae Sumter as well, live in Spanaway this morning at Feeding Feasible Feasts. Rich, you're celebrating 35 years at King 5 this month. We've been doing this for 22 years. How does it feel to be back? What's this mean for you?
I feel like a museum piece sometimes, but that's another story altogether. No, it has been wonderful from day one. I think I have worked almost all the sites over the course of the years. I do remember clearing snow one time up in Everett. The convergence zone was hitting it that day, and we got up there and there was like 6 inches of snow in the parking lot. So we were all out with shovels, clearing that out so the cars could come through. And people, as always, came out and donated. That's been the amazing thing over the years.
And the great thing is we aren't dealing with that today as far as, so you really hit it on the head weather-wise.
I want to say as forecast. Just want to point that out.
He's been
there.
telling people that today too. But Rich, thinking about being a part of this since it started, how has that been for you? What's been your best part about being involved with Northwest Harvest?
It's the people that come to donate, the people that volunteer at the sites. I mean, it's truly moving. The stories that you hear from people and everybody's dedication to this, and you see the level of the problem in our society of people being hungry, which shouldn't happen in a society like ours. And we hear this story frequently. I had hard times. I use the food bank. I want to give back in any way I can. And you see people do that constantly at all the sites. I've had so many people down in the Tacoma Mall site, which hopefully we'll get that Tacoma donation site back up again, maybe by next year, that they come every year. They come with, boatloads of food, as we saw it happen today up at Lumen Field. And the generosity is just amazing to me. I mean, little kids coming up with, they've saved their money for the last 6 months, in these bags of change that they come and to donate to Northwest Harvest and Home Team Harvest.
And it's just amazing to, see things like that. And Rich, with you being a part of this for, 20 years you said, and you've only had to miss two, right?
Two, yeah. One, I had surgery the day before. I did go down and donate, but I didn't get out of the car. And another time, unfortunately, I made out-of-country travel plans before they set the day, but now it's always the first Saturday in December, so I know. But yeah, it's an awesome thing to participate in. It's been one of my real joys, actually, over the years, and it does so much good. We've raised over 100 million meals in 21 years, so, and another at least 21 million this year. Maybe we'll even get above that.
Right, and it's great. It's great to be a part of this. It's great to see so many people donating and coming out and making a difference.
Yep, so looking forward to everybody coming out today, and we'll do it again next year.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks, you too. Good to see you. Thanks for the sunshine today, Rich, as well. Also have to mention, the year you started at King 5, we started Home Team Harvest 22 years ago.
I've also been doing it just as long.
Yeah, you have.
It's incredible.
So glad that you're a part of this too, Mame. So your donations from home today help reach our goal of 21 million meals. There are several ways to do so. Go to king5.com/HomeTeamHarvest, text Home Team to 41444, or scan the QR code on your screen.
As we know, generosity can be contagious. How this Redmond couple inspired others to give back through Home Team Harvest after the break.
And looking live to our crews out in the field this morning, there's Shelly Hart with one of those donation bags. You can get those at a Safeway or Albertsons in your neighborhood. Just another way to donate to Home Team Harvest. And if you want to go say hi to the crew at Lumen Field, they're there till 1 o'clock today. We'll check in with Steve, Natalie, Shelly, Greg, and Joyce throughout the morning. Stay here.
King 5's Home Team Harvest is sponsored by Providence Swedish.
Providence Swedish has a long history of working with local organizations to address the needs of our communities. That's why we're honored to support King 5's Home Team Harvest and their goal to address hunger and food insecurity. These are issues that align with our own mission and values. Access to food is a basic human need. Our children, our families, and our communities all need nutritious food to be healthy and thrive. At Providence Swedish, we recognize the link between poor nutrition and health disparities. In communities of color where we see more food insecurity, we find higher rates of heart disease, cancer, diabetes, and stroke. 1 in 12 Washington households are facing food insecurity. This means you probably know someone who's suffering. And that's why caring for our communities has never been more important than now. Together with King 5 and Northwest Harvest, we're here to help support our communities. This year, we're hoping to raise 21 million meals for families and neighbors in need. If you're able, please donate today.
Sometimes all it takes is just one simple act of generosity to spur others to give.
That's what a Redmond couple discovered as they launched their 3rd year of raising money for Home Team Harvest. This year, Jenny Baldwin and her husband Ryan were hoping to raise $20,000. The couple started the Baldwin Bag Challenge 2 years ago during the pandemic when we were encouraged not to gather with any friends or family for Thanksgiving. So they challenged people in their community to donate $10 virtual bags of groceries for every person they would have hosted. Word spread and they raised thousands.
It grounds us in the community and it helps us feel a part of a wider community, and all of our neighbors need help.
And we're happy to report the Baldwins ended up raising over $23,000 this year.
Unreal. It's so impressive and it's inspirational, really. You can contribute at home today. Just go to king5.com/HomeTeamHarvest. Text Home Team to 41444 or scan the QR code. What a fun morning here for our 22nd annual Home Team Harvest. Well on our way to making our goal.
We've got volunteers out there in the top left corner of your screen in Soto Market in Seattle, all the way to Lumenfield, Spanaway, and Snohomish. Big thanks to all of our volunteers and crews out there helping to raise money for Home Team Harvest. You can always scan that QR code to donate right from the comfort of your home. Thank you so much for watching.